for long enough, now I'm gon' get it back. Hop up in that Hemi, let little mister do the dash. These niggas pussy, I can see through him like he was made of glass. My life is a movie, bitch, we stepping on the scene.
Hello everybody, my name is Asia Cheyenne and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be discussing when being sneaky goes wrong. And basically what vibe check is it's when I just, recollect on a story or a time when I acted impulsively or just acted simply out of ignorance, and what lesson I learned from that, and how I grew from that. Okay, so the story begins with me talking to this guy. I was like 18 and I just kind of felt like, hey, I'm 18. I can kind of do what I want now. I don't really have to answer to anyone too much, I don't think. But I was terribly mistaken because, like, in black households, 18 who? So me and this boy, we would link like all the time. My work shifts were kind of like I would get 5 to 11 p.m. because I was in school from like 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and then I had to go to work for 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. That, side note, that's the most trash work shift ever, might I add. But he would come scoop me right after my work shift and I would just go to his crib, So one night he and I made plans to just go straight to his house after I got out from work that day. And I don't know, I just did not mention it to my mom whatsoever, and I kind of didn't want to. I don't know, I was just trying to be sneaky, and it really wasn't necessary because she trusted me. She would have let me go, you know what I'm saying? But I just didn't really feel, I didn't want to disclose my whereabouts with her for some strange reason. I don't even know why, but so I used to have to catch the bus home, and it would take me about an hour to do so. So in my 18-year-old mind, I'm thinking, okay, he can come pick me up. We can go to his house. We can razzle dazzle. And then I'm going to be back in time, just in time to get home. So it just wouldn't look like anything's out of place. Mind you, I did not have him in the loop either. So he didn't know that I technically needed to be home by a certain time, which I didn't need to be, but I just didn't let my mama know where I was at. And that was her issue. And he didn't know that I didn't tell her, I didn't communicate with her. So he just thinking that, I'm doing my own thug thizzle. I can stay out as late as I need to. So, after we're done doing what we're doing, he sleep. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my fucking God. The clock is ticking. Time is going. He's snoring. I think he's going to be out till like 2 a.m. And it's already 12:30 something. I had my ringer off. So I get to my phone. My hotline is blown the hell up. My sister calling me back to back. My mom calling me back to back. I'm like, I'm busting out and just breaking out in a cold fucking sweat. Nervous, bruh. Nervous. So at this point, my anxiety is through the damn roof. Like, I'm scared to wake him up and be like, I gotta go home. But at the same time, like, I'm just still trying to be mindful of the time and calling my mom back, responding to my mom's text so that she don't think somebody fucking kidnapped me. And again, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, communication could have simply solved that. I finally scraped up the courage to be like, hey, bro, you got to bring me home, And we just riding back in the car. I finally returned my mom's call because it's just like I can't hold on her anymore. And I'm just talking to her on the phone, and he just beside me, like, not making it no better. He like, oh, your mama gonna beat your ass. Your mama gonna get you. Tell me about it when you get back. Or, just saying some snarky shit like, you got a curfew. And I'm just thinking to myself like, bro, say that shit one more time and I'm gonna break my foot off where the sun don't shine. Like, I'm trying to talk to my mother on the phone and keep her calm, and you over there making slick remarks. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm already about to shit and piss and throw up on myself. Like, don't do that. So we finally pull up to my house, and bro, it's late at night. It's dark. It's feeling real horror movie-ish right now. It's feeling like a real fucking horror scene. dead smack in the middle of a Michael Myers movie, bro. My heart beating fast and shit. I'm sweating profusely, my nigga. Like, man, my mama don't even beat me, but she might do something to me now. But she actually didn't. She did me nothing, honestly. What she said to me, though, was more powerful and devastating than anything. She simply told me she was disappointed in me. And that hit home because my mama never had reasons to be disappointed in me growing up. So that hurt. That hurt a lot. And it actually made me get my shit together. I did have a small period where I was kind of being rebellious. And it was completely unprovoked. I don't even know why I was doing half the shit I was doing because it wasn't even necessary. And yes, it was a very, very brief time period in my life, but I still look back at that shit and cringe like, girl, what were you doing? Who do you think you are? Like, you don't have to be sneaky, and you don't just let your mama know what you're doing and be on your way, you know? But like I said, I turned 18 and I kind of developed some, you know, legal arrogance. I basically learned that communication is literally key. Communication can solve so many things. Let people know what the move is so they can all be aware. Let every party in the situation know what's going on so that there's no confusion, you know what I'm saying? Because my mama could have easily thought, look at this little boy, he in on it too. He got you all out all times of the night doing who knows what. You didn't used to act like this before you met this boy. And that's the type of time she was on. Like, that's how she was feeling. And I get that as a mom, as a parent. Like, this ain't my kid. In the moment, I couldn't fully understand why she was tripping. But now that I'm a little bit older and looking at it from a parental standpoint, it's very, very understandable. Especially when it comes to people that you are talking to and dating, because it's just like, there are so many influences in this world. My mom hadn't formally met the guy that I was talking to, so she has no real clue about him. Of course, I've mentioned him in the past, but she don't know him. She didn't know who he was, what he could have been on, what he could have been influencing me to do. But he wasn't influencing me to do anything. But I'm just saying, like, I get it from her standpoint as a parent, like, why she was so worried. Thank God that all it took for me to get my shit together was for her to say, hey, Asia, I'm disappointed in you. You need to relax. So, yes, that's pretty much what the story time was about. Again, I learned that communication is really, really key. And you don't have to sneak around to do anything, especially if you already established that trusting, honest relationship with your parents, which I already had with my mom. So, again, that's why I boggle myself to this day when I think about why I tried to sneak around. Like, I don't know, but yes, being sneaky is not worth it. It creates problems, it creates issues, and it can ruin relationships, whether that's mother, parent, child relationships, intimate relationships, platonic relationships, friendships. And I would never do something like that again. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, behaving badly is embarrassing. I don't see how people do that shit on a regular. I don't see how people are rebellious and defy things all the time. It's just weird. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please give it a like, subscribe, maybe even drop a comment if you have any similar experiences or any experiences at all where, you know, you kind of disappointed your parents or where being sneaky went wrong in general. Please feel free to leave that down below. I would love to hear about it. Thank you again, and y'all have a great day.
I'm finna pop my shit. I'm finna pop my shit. Look, fuck what they talking about. I'm the best thing to come out the south. Know you mention my name, better watch your mouth. Speaking on me cause they want the clout.